What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Merc with the Mic, and this is another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Recycle Inc. I'm Merc with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans,
What is up? What is up?
and
Chilling,
we got
chilling.
Hell in a Cell. We have our review of Hell in a Cell today,
Yeah.
along with wrestling news and the week of wrestling and some 2K19 news.
Man, it's been a really good week of wrestling. And also regarding the 2K19, so many wrestlers are so happy to be in the game.
And some are not.
Like this is the first we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But to be honest, like social media has been around for a while, but this is like the first year that a lot of people are really happy to be in.
Yeah.
I remember last year or 2 years ago that Johnny Gargano was like super hype. That he put up that video of him watching it.
His first, wasn't he? No, he was a main roster game.
Yeah.
Main roster team.
Yeah, so it was 2K18, right?
Yeah. No, yeah 18.
He was 18. Yes. So that's cool to see. So what are we gonna do first?
All right, you know what? Let's go into Hell in a Cell so we can knock that out the way, and then we could go to more of the other stuff.
Okay, cool.
So Hell in a Cell had one kickoff match, which was the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the New Day versus Rusev Day.
Mm-hmm.
I quite enjoyed that match. I thought it was what I expected from a New Day Rusev Day game thing. I saw title change, but I was not surprised that it didn't happen.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But very fun match, very good tag team match. I like the tag maneuvers. I like when Biggie and Xavier team up.
Yes,
Gives you a different style than what Xavier and
Kofi.
I think they all give you a different style when they team up to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie's such a great big man. He does get a lot of those big belly to belly suplexes that no one else could top in that way.
Yeah.
It was a fun match. I give this a 4.
I would give it a 4 as well. My comments on the match was it was actually really fun. Like it's kind of set the tone for the pay-per-view, which was like high energy.
Yes.
It wasn't a boring pay-per-view. You know, the matches were actually all very watchable.
Yeah.
And so I was very, still disappointed that a title match was on the pre-show. But listen, better to be on the show than not on the show. The only thing I could say was a negative for this match was the absolute end. You could see Rusev was so close to his leg, it just looked silly when Biggie grabbed him.
Yeah.
It was like, but Rusev's arm can actually still pull his leg. All right, I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. I give it a 4.
All right. Kick off the pay-per-view with Hell in a Cell match. It was Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy.
Dude, I got sick.
You got sick?
No. But I felt a feeling in the pit of my stomach watching that.
Really good match.
Once the screwdriver came out, I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
So I had low expectations for this match. I was like, you know what, Randy Orton sometimes don't deliver on pay-per-view, so I was kind of like, all right, at least surprise me, and that's exactly what they did. They surprised me. Very brutal Hell in a Cell match. They just beat the shit out of each other throughout the whole match. Randy Orton was the devilish Randy Orton, which we all like when he's the devilish Randy Orton.
Yeah. The one that belongs in jail.
Yeah. Burning houses down.
I would like, for real, Jeff was on fire. Like his creativity actually, because this was his first one.
Yeah.
And I was curious to see what he was going to do. And a lot of the stuff he was doing outside of the ring, like within the space that they had between the cage and the ring, like he got away with a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And that belt, dude, he tore up Randy's back.
Yeah.
Randy got fucked up.
Yeah, you saw the pictures of it afterwards, and he had mad welts on his back.
Wait, and his leg, like I also thought his jaw got broken when he landed on the chair, because you see him grab his face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, like more than the show these two guys put on. Like I was just more impressed with the sacrifice, because they ain't got to do this shit.
Yeah.
As a
And
millionaires.
the fact that there wasn't a title match on the line, I just want to kick your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the main purpose of this match. I want to kick your ass.
Yep. And they
And
both committed.
Jeff Hardy got the victory of this match.
No, he
No,
lost.
Randy Orton lost. Randy Orton. I thought. Oh yeah, because he fell off the damn
The
cage.
ref was about to make the call to stop the match. Again, that was a foreshadowing, I guess, of the sign of, hey, refs aren't they looking out for your well-being, but like that's not how that match goes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this is why it's a Hell in a Cell. They beat the shit out of each other to hell.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to stop the match. You're supposed to keep it going. As long as the guys are moving, you're supposed to keep it going.
But also, it worked in Randy's favor. It looked heartless as fuck.
Yeah.
So that was a good match.
Him putting the screwdriver inside his ear.
God.
So one thing I give credit is the fact that it just looks disgusting.
Yes.
But the fact that Jeff Hardy had such big fucking
the earlobes. Oh my god.
The earlobe earrings, the
gauges,
the gauges. He has such big gauges that he could just move it around it's like rubber.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really hurt him in that sense. So him turning it is not a big deal.
There's one picture that I would fight for it to be the picture for the podcast. Is the one with him with his eyes wide open with the screwdriver in.
Yeah,
that shit looks like it's torture.
Mm-hmm.
Or Randy with the evil smirk on his face. Oh like man. Dare I want to say for me that was my match of the night. Like Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It was like that was a Hell in a Cell match.
That was a good match.
That's what I came to the pay-per-view for.
I gave it 4.5.
Yeah, me too. 4.5. I mean, the only thing I could really fault for was like the little missed time at the end, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He was hanging on and it was like, well, at that point, are you still going to drop to the table? You might as well just climb back to the ladder. You saw him leave.
Yeah.
So, but he let go, so whatever. It's all good.
Match number 2, SmackDown Women's Champion, which is like kind of tied for my match of the night.
Okay.
Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair.
Yes, another good match.
Very, very physical match. I like the fact that Becky came out all cylinders and just started fighting. A lot of people got confused with the ending of the match.
Really?
Yeah, like I got a lot of confusing. But the thing with me is the fact that I noticed throughout the whole match that Becky started doing that she really don't do, and a lot of people don't do. She worked on the arm.
Yes.
She worked on the arm that entire match. She did like Japanese arm drag. She did Japanese arm bars and stuff like that. She did a Fuji arm bar and all that stuff. She was working on that arm. So when she got the pin, she had the pin on top of that arm.
Also, I just thought it was cool that they fought each other so many times. Why wouldn't Becky counter one of her moves?
Exactly.
Like that's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it made sense. It made sense to the point that if you was paying attention to the whole match, if you notice how Becky was on all her weight was on the arm she couldn't move, the arm that was fucked up. So it made perfect sense of her taking that pin.
Yeah.
So she couldn't move that arm.
My only
story time.
Yeah, exactly. Story time, like the details, the small details. The one thing I didn't like during that match was I didn't think Becky's aggression level matched the promos.
Yes, she has to go a bit more aggressive in the ring.
That's the only thing. Like it was a very, very straightforward Becky Lynch match, which means she did her thing, but it wasn't like aggressive. It didn't shock me at all.
I think she needs to go more aggressively when she goes against the arm. Like when she needs to focus. I think the fact that the way she is now, she has to focus and pinpoint focus. So if she's using that arm bar as the finisher, and that's going to be the end of all end, she should really do the number on that arm, doing a lot of physical damage to that arm, doing moves that look me like do the body slam with the arm behind it, do Japanese arm bar. She did the one when she did it on the apron that looked sick.
Yeah, I heard. Because I guess when they do the slaps and whatnot, I thought she popped her arm out the socket.
Yeah.
And, again, kudos to Charlotte because she sold her ass off.
But yeah, she needs to be a bit more aggressive when she actually has that mentality. Especially with the moveset that she does. She needs to add more, I guess, more angry moves.
No. But you know what? Okay, here it is. She was more aggressive when she was fighting Carmella. because she was annoyed at her, and that came out in the ring where she was, scrambling to grab her arm or Carmella would ever try to get away or anything like that. There's just like a certain look she has on her face, like the frustration, the anger, like it came out during that time. Like she was so pissed. God damn it, stop moving. That type of thing. That, you know what I mean? Like she didn't really have that with Charlotte. It was more of, this is what I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not upset about it. I'm just gonna beat you. But with this new character, I think she does definitely need to put more of that in.
Yep. All right, I agree.
So I would give that with a 4.
4 for me. World Tag Team Championship match: Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre defeats Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Woo!
This was another fun tag match.
This is almost, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I know I said match of the night, but this is close for me because I really like Dolph and Drew anyway. But it was a real good match, man. Great tag team. And I mean, look, we were saying the week before how they're making the tag team seem irrelevant, but when you put on good matches like this, it's kind of easy to see why they keep making them fight each other. So, and they pulled their weight. So
good. Yeah, they needed to. Really good match between the guys. Didn't feel like every other match we've seen between these guys. So at least they added some more depth into the ring, different moves.
And that finish, dude. Yeah. The way they set him up, he just was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna save my partner." Also, that's the power of having a finisher that you can hit from anywhere.
Yeah.
People should keep that in mind. From anywhere.
World Tag Champions. I say that was one of my highlight matches too. I give it 4.5.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. 4.5.
Next match, WWE Championship match, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. This is another match that I really enjoyed.
And you know what? Like we said about the last match, they keep managing to put on a match that's different.
Yeah.
Because they've already fought numerous times, So this is the second one, right? This is the second pay-per-view match.
And this is the match that we're all saying that he better attack him once he goes in the ring, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he did. See, he had the aggression that I was looking for from Becky.
Yeah.
AJ. That anger he had in the beginning of the match. I mean, he fucked Joe up in the beginning.
Yeah.
He really did. Until Joe caught him with the big boot outside, like and reset things. Like he was really wailing on him. I was like, that's a trait where I guess maybe it's just some people just have it where you can be a good guy and be aggressive. And people won't go, "Oh shit, he's bad." No, he's pissed off, and it looked good.
Everything is personal. Show personality into the ring.
Yes.
Really good, solid WWE Championship match. I actually would have ended the night with that match because it was better than the last match. WWE title looked good around AJ, and I think he's going to stay on AJ until at least SummerSlam.
Oh, you think so? I think until what is it, next month? I think Joe's going to take it in Australia.
Yeah, you know what?
Can happen?
You know what I think is going to happen?
Okay,
the Miz is going to get that belt.
I think Miz versus Joe. I don't think that goes too well. You don't think?
Yeah, I think at
Crown Jewel. What about Bryan versus Joe though? That's actually, I think that's more exciting.
I think what's gonna happen, one of them is gonna get the win. They're gonna get a wave for them to have a 4-way at that Crown Jewel pay-per-view that's happening in November.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a 4-way.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting.
If Miz weasels his way into a deal, like, okay, we'll talk about that after this.
Yeah. So
I got some thoughts.
I give it a 4.5.
Me too. I mean, again, this is the trend for the night. Like these matches are mostly all really good.
Yeah.
So
except for one.
And SmackDown won this pay-per-view. Let's just put it that way.
Always. They've been winning the pay-per-views the last couple.
Yeah.
Mixed match challenge, the mixed tag team match. Miz Maurice versus Daniel Bryan beat Bella. It was a decent match.
I had fun because it was Miz and Maurice doing what they do.
Yeah.
And I like watching them wrestle together.
Yeah.
Like even this past Tuesday where they had the interaction with Daniel Bryan and she faked being hurt for such a long time.
Yeah.
And then the payoff was just her laughing at him. And I was just like, that's great. That's fucking great. Like he still countered the Miz's attack, but like it was still great.
Yeah.
So this match was good. Uh, everybody did what they're supposed to do. You know, there was no Brie didn't almost kill herself again.
Exactly.
You know?
She played smart this time.
Yes.
I haven't seen her do the dive out the ring since then either.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Interesting.
keep her in the ring. Just keep her in the ring.
Yeah, keep it going.
I give it a match of 3. It was
I,
entertaining. It
I would
wasn't
say,
the
yeah.
best like match for say, but it was entertaining.
I would give it a 3.5 just because I really like the people involved. So
Yeah.
that's about it.
This is the fact that also we have the mismatch challenge coming up and stuff like that, and their mixed match has been just a lot more fun than what I've saw in this match. So I was just like, all right, they could have did better with that in that sense. But other than that, it was fun. Good story match. The Miz Daniel Bryan is probably one of the biggest storylines right now. So
and they still keep and Daniel Bryan keeps losing.
Yeah. And now they have the one-on-one match for number 1 contendership at the Super Show.
Yes,
in Australia.
What you said? You think Miz is gonna win that one too?
You know what? I think Daniel Bryan's winning that one.
Okay, now
Daniel Bryan cannot lose all the matches.
He has to lose every match until the title match. That's what I think. Until it's him versus Miz. I think he has to lose every match.
I can see that. I can see him losing it though.
Just because Miz is gonna cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that way. He never looks bad.
And then you can also have Bryan win the Royal Rumble.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's see if they all right. So, you sure you don't have a job there? Because that's real good.
A WWE paycheck.
Like Booker T said, that's looking real good.
I need a WWE paycheck. There's a lot of games coming out that I want. That paycheck will help. Next match, Raw Women's Championship match: Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss.
I saw it, and it was. I think it was better than the last one because at least Alexa got to do her thing.
At least it was a match, but her sloppiness in the ring is just really getting me annoyed. And
do we know if she's the reason Alexa's hurt? Or rather, excuse me.
No, she pulled her arm out.
Is it real or is it hopefully just for the story?
No, it's a real injury. She got her shoulder dislocated.
Man.
Because she's careless with her fucking throws, and I don't like that in that sense. I hate what they're doing with Ronda, and I think they just making me hate her more. It's just the fact that the way they're booking her. Shit, even the fucking Total Divas, they have to mention her. It's fucking annoying as shit, to be honest with you. It's like getting Roman Reigns put down your throat.
Yeah.
At least I like Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns has the work ethic.
Okay.
He hasn't done nothing.
You're right. When you compare it to that, I guess see it 100%.
I could with Roman Reigns, I could see why people don't like him because he's kind of forced to down people's throats. Yes, but does he bust his ass? Yes. Is he in there night in night out? Yes. Is he injured all the time? No, he's not. He's probably one of the hardest workhorses there, even though Balor has the most matches this year. But
wow.
Balor has wrestled the most matches this year. Luigi, honestly, the dude that's on top of that list is Dean Ambrose. And he's been injured.
Yeah, you're right.
For the last 3 years, Dean Ambrose had the most matches in WWE.
Wow.
Dean Ambrose is their workhorse. If they need him to go to SmackDown to main event, he'll be in SmackDown to main event. He will go back and forth, and he'll give 100%, and the crowd always goes with him. So it works out. But yeah, the Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, at least they gave us somewhat of a match. They worked on her rib, and yeah. I hate involvement of Natty. I don't mind the involvement of Alicia Fox and Mickey James because that's Alexa Bliss's character.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is probably the best heel women's division.
The best part of that match was Foxy's outfit.
You know what? I liked Alexa's heelish shit that she did. Like when she was yelling in her face, man, she did her heelish things make the match worth watching because she does some crazy shit, and she does a lot of things that Miz does. He works the old school heel move, and that's exactly what Alexa does. Alexa doesn't need all the skills and talent that like Sasha Banks has, and as long as she knows how to work a heel, she doesn't need to be flashy.
Exactly.
She needs to just be evil and
Yeah, like devious and,
Devious.
and a trickster and willing to
Yeah,
cheat and bend the
exactly.
rules. Like that's what makes all the people that we really like who are good at
Hmm.
being bad. That's what makes us like them. That's the whole essence
Yeah,
of being a heel. Is like you're not supposed to be good. You're never supposed to top the baby face. You're not
no.
supposed to be better than him. You're a heel because you're a chicken shit. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
really want to go into that thing and see, oh, they need to learn how to wrestle. Look at Ric Flair
Yes,
at his
yes.
whole hero run. Ric Flair wasn't the greatest wrestler, and this forte is the fact that he was flashy and he didn't do crazy moves. He did the basic wrestling moves and things that helped him cheat. That's pretty
Yes.
much his style. What was
Listen,
that's exactly what Ric Flair did.
if you were to break down Ric Flair's move list in a video game, all his moves would be the ones that do like little to no damage.
It's the wrestling move.
You
His
know what I'm saying?
moves
He got
aren't
10
on
points
the
in charisma.
generic wrestler.
Yeah, he got 10 points in charisma though. Like that's what counts. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like the way he does things, good or bad, is just like you want to watch him.
yeah.
So yeah.
His thing was he'll poke you in the eye. He'll
Hmm.
blow you when no one's looking.
Hmm.
He'll hit your knee because that's what he's working the figure
He'll use
for.
the
He'll
post on your knee. Yeah, everything.
he'll do
Yep.
a lot of shady shit and work the ref, and that's the thing that people don't realize, that it is a big thing in wrestling is how a heel works the ref, because that's the big
Oh,
character in the
that's a
ring is the
big
ref.
thing. There's a clip they just played recently of what they call the upset win by Jeff Hardy against Triple H. And I had made the comment, it was WWE, and I had made the comment, you know what's so great about this clip? Not
Yeah,
that Jeff won. If you look at Triple H, everything he did as a bad guy, it flowed together.
yeah,
He got put down. He was to avoid getting the splash. He pulled the ref, threw the ref to the ropes, made Jeff fall, got up. The ref. Then he had a ref spot where the ref got pissed off, and then he pushed the ref.
yeah.
And then all of that took time for Matt Hardy to come down to the ring, hit him with a chair, and then he got splashed and lost the belt. But it was like all of that. You need a good heel to put that together. Otherwise, it's just generic number 5.
Exactly.
And Jeff doesn't look great. He just looks like Jeff.
Yeah.
You know.
So kudos to Alexa being the heel she is and keeping up the good work.
Yes.
She'll be in that title scene soon. She'll probably be the one to take the title back.
Well, maybe Evil Natty will.
Right now, Natty's just on my shit list. So I don't care. I love Natty. It's sad her dad died, but the way and I think she's even the worst person of doing it, of always mentioning Ronda Rousey.
Well,
And it's
she's gotta be. You know that.
it's really annoying. It is, to a point that, like, I watched the first episode of the new Total Divas, and Ronda Rousey. I'm like, all right, I'm turning this shit off.
I'm just like, but you know the deal. You know that's part of the job. So she's got to.
It's really bad. It's getting to the point that is like, I really, if as long as she has the belt, the women's Raw
Yeah, I
division,
know
I
what you
don't
mean.
care about. I'm just like, I'll watch Sasha, I'll watch Alexa. If they're involved with Ronda, I'll change the channel.
Well, see, look, hopefully she has that turn because at least you turned on Shayna Baszler. She got better.
Yeah.
She got better.
But you know, with Shayna Baszler is that she's in NXT. She's learning to develop. She's learning to develop her character.
Hey,
She's getting
remember?
better in the ring. And then she was also wrestling about 7 years more than Ronda Rousey.
No, I understand that, but remember when she first got there, we were feeling the same way though.
Yeah. But
But
you know
like,
what? I
I,
give her the credit more.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
just saying time might be the thing that changes. Hopefully, because she's still green as shit.
Yeah,
It
she's
is what it
green
is.
and dangerous.
Yeah, this is true, and
Yeah.
they need to understand that early
Hmm.
before anybody else gets hurt. Trying to sell her, whipping them around like that. Like you can't. This is the thing I think. Even people who have been fans for a long time don't understand. They get hurt for real when they selling doesn't mean I know how to lessen the pain. It means I know how not to die.
You know how to fall. You know how to take a bump.
But you know how not to hurt yourself
Yeah.
taking somebody else's move. But you still have to physically take the move.
Yeah.
You can't stop gravity.
Yeah.
So when Ronda whips a human being around like that, there's no safe way to fall when you're being whipped around like that. So I hope they understand that early
Yeah.
before anybody else gets really hurt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But I think Alexa will be back this Raw. I think it was just a dislocation. I think she didn't wrestle at the last 2 weeks, the house shows the last 2 weeks. It's Hell in a Cell. So hopefully she's cleared. Sad news note on Sasha Banks is injured as well.
And was it something that happened on the show, or was this just
It
like
was during the house show?
Wow, was it real bad?
Is looking about 2-3 months.
Wow, yeah. What happened?
They haven't put the news of like exactly what's the injury, but she like that. We also had Nia Jax return, which
yeah. But she didn't really. Did she have a match?
Yeah, she came back on Raw.
I didn't remember. I watched a abridged version, so I didn't I didn't see the entire thing.
The Raw Women's Championship match, I'll give it 3.
I give it a 3 because of Alexa.
Yeah,
but like cautionary tale, man. Got to protect your superstars.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And I really want to punch Michael Cole in the throat every time he says Ronda Rousey.
Listen, I want to punch WWE in the balls every time they put that fucking promo up. They did it again to the Rusev Day match. Did you saw it?
Yeah.
They put up the Ronda Rousey promo during the Rusev Day New Day match, and they cut the commentary off.
Yeah.
And they played the promo sound for that, and I'm like, that's so disrespectful to the people in the ring.
Yeah.
They have to find a better way to do that.
Yes. And while a good match is happening too.
Yeah, like I don't know. Here's my question: do you think they're that afraid of just putting in a commercial? Because I know that's for the live audience that's the free part. Yeah. I understand that, but do you think WWE is so afraid to put just that promo like before the match?
I think it's because I think it's because of the fact that it is the pay-per-view and shit like that. They're trying to get sales on the WWE network while the match is going on still. So I think that's why they do it.
Man, that's rough, dude.
Because they did that for a long time though.
Yeah, they did it to Cedric. The last pay-per-view, they did it to Cedric. They did it to the people before that, and it's just like that just feels disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you work there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Last match, Universal Championship match, Hell in a Cell match, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. It ends in a no contest, which really pissed me off.
I can't with the ending to this match. I don't understand that.
So let's go back into the days of Royal Rumble 1999, when Shawn Michaels fought Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match, which was the first Hell in a Cell match.
Okay.
King comes in, breaks the door down, tombstones Taker twice, and Shawn Michaels wins. They didn't stop the match. There was no contest. There was a winner. There was a loser.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let's go rewind to Judgment Day. When Mick Foley took the fall off the cage.
Yeah.
Crawled his ass back. Was on a stretcher. The match was not called.
Yes.
He was brought back. Came walking back down. Took another fall into the cage. Through the cage this time. Got thrown back. Came back. Fought Taker for another 10 minutes.
Oh, my God.
And then lost the match. He still lost the match.
Yep.
No contest. Lost the match. So this is my gripe with this match. The match was good for the most part. Roman Reigns threw his stuff. Braun Strowman threw his stuff. I wish Braun Strowman did more powerful things to the cage itself, like throwing Roman or try slamming Roman through the cage, things like that, because it just makes sense for his style of character. Yeah. But other than that, Roman and Braun Strowman have good chemistry. They know how to work each other really well. They make good matches. For that, saying that they had a good match, you add Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler coming in, helping him, trying to help out. Shield comes in, tries to help out. They take a big, they add the big bump, which was Ziggler and Seth Rollins taking the big bump, which looked very predictable because you saw it happening. I
just want to jam in there. Also, they're not going to make Braun Strowman take that because the gravity just won't let it happen. He'll fall to the floor.
That table will explode.
The people in the crowd might die.
Yeah, that table is going to explode. Some kid's going to have a big piece of a table that he can take home.
Yeah, so that's why.
And then Roman, I don't see Roman taking that big. Actually, I could see Roman taking that big bump. But I see that they don't want him taking that big bump right now.
Yeah.
Because he just got the belt. He don't want him injured. They want him to have a lengthy title run. So yeah. Match again. The match between them two were good. The interference with the Shield and the War Dogs, what the fuck they called, was good. It was fine. Good beat 'em up. Dean Ambrose going crazy on top of the cage. You have Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler making a big bump. Crash the crowd. I saw it accompanying, so I wasn't really surprised when I saw it coming. I was like, all right, they're setting up to fall on the two tables.
Okay, gotcha.
With WWE, why do you put the camera on people when they're setting up?
Oh shit, they did it again because I didn't see this match.
This is my big thing with WWE, and then this is something that they do constantly. Actually, every freaking wrestling federation is guilty of doing this, not just WWE. So I'm going to blame all of you guys. If you know that your guy is going to go for a high-flying move, do not put the camera on the people catching.
Yes, that looks terrible.
Put the camera on the person setting up the move.
Yes.
Do not show me them looking like they're about to get finished in Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
And that's something that really fucking irks me, and it takes me off the illusion of the match. And you're like, yo, you just threw me off. Like, I know wrestling is predetermined. I know what wrestling is, but I get lost in the match. Like, I will get focused in the match. The fact that, and I feel that it's real. I know they're taking the bumps. I know it hurts. I know the pain that they're getting into. So don't show those stupid setups, because when you do it, it looks predictable. Yep. It looks like they're timing it. Maybe they put a cushion underneath the table. Who knows?
It almost looks like a stunt show.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's not good.
So that's something that really irks me. And then again, every federation is guilty of that. Every single one. New Japan does it. ROH is really known for doing that because they have shitty camera work. Impact Wrestling does it all the fucking time. You know, one federation that doesn't do it really quite often, but they do it, but it's not a lot.
Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I was right.
It's the only one that there's times that you just see the setup. You don't see the person getting up from it.
Wow.
Okay. Especially if the camera guy knows where they have to hit, what angles they have to hit. That's something you should not have to hit, is when people are setting up to catch somebody.
Yes, I agree.
Because like they even do that with Charlotte when they all setting up to take a backflip.
That's one of the worst. It's painful to watch that. Yeah.
Finish
him. All right. So, how'd you like this match?
So, and then after the whole interference, who comes out? Brock Lesnar. He comes, breaks the door down, F5s them, beats the shit out of both of them. And
wait, but it was the Woodsman Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't notice the beard until they closed up on his face.
Yeah, because it blends in. Because his blonde hair blends in with his face.
Yeah. So you got Grizzly Adams coming.
Yeah.
He looked like he just cut down some trees.
Exactly. Suplex some cows.
He came to wrestle. But he beat the crap out of both of them, and they called it a non-contest. Also, Mick Foley was the referee, which I kind of forgot that he was the referee.
Man, that makes this even more unforgivable.
Yeah.
The man damn near died and finished the match. How are you going to call a no contest? Get out of here.
Exactly. So this match was my disappointment of the night, just the fact that they did that shit.
Wow.
It should have had a winner, should have had a loser. If Strowman could have took the loss the way it happened, it would have been perfectly fine. But the way they did it was annoying. Lesnar did not do anything to them that will cause them not to get up.
Gotcha.
Like, he didn't throw one off the cage or anything like that. He F5'd one and German the other.
He had, but what they want you to believe is that he had the strength of an ox because he kicked the door off the hinges. Which I thought was.
When you see Lesnar, and you see Lesnar before the match, you see him with the Drago videos.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. Like he's juiced up to the gills, man. You can't.
Heart's on fire, motherfucker.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Oh
they did
shit!
change the color of the cage to red.
I was gonna ask you like that.
There was no particular reason for it. It was just like, oh, let's make it red.
I liked how it looked.
It
I
didn't look
just
bad. Honestly, they said the fact that it helped it visually, like you were able to see it better with the camera. I don't know
okay.
how that worked, but it did. I felt like it was easier. But then again, they actually had camera people inside the ring.
Yeah. Also, I mean, the only thing I think that this did was make it feel like a Raw pay per view, though.
Yeah.
That's what it did for me. It was like it's red.
Like
Oh,
why SmackDown they got the red? Why SmackDown can have a blue one?
why can't it be half red, half blue? Come on, man.
Exactly. But no, it's all red. I guess the blood hell cell. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Also, shout outs to player one and player two, Oni Lorcan and his part. I forget his name, Danny Burch. Excuse
Danny
me,
Burch.
because they officially have the tights to match the the hand signal.
Yes.
Now they wear blue and red, player one and player two. So there you go.
Nice. Gotta actually see this. All right. So that's our helmets. The rating of the match. I give it a 3.
Okay. Okay.
The match
So,
was good. The whole bullshit at the end like hurt the match, and I was done.
all right. So that
So,
said, what's your rating for this pay per view?
I'll give it a 3. 3.5.
Really, I would give it a 4. Like most of the matches I saw were great, and
You know,
I only saw one bad match, which was well not bad, one match that wasn't great, which was the women's match, the Raw Women's Championship. So that was it.
I give it a 4. It was,
Okay.
again, for the most matches, it was good. I wish the New Day was on the main card. Other than that, yeah, it was a fun match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so weekend wrestling, we had the return of Nia Jax on Raw. She
Okay.
teamed up with Ember Moon, and she fought. She fought Mickey James and Alicia Fox. And Alexa Bliss was in the corner. They continued their little thing. She the same. She didn't really change much. She needs to put more power in her moves, but I'm happy she's back. They needed someone like that back, so it gives you more things. Raw continues to do. There's a lot of stupid shit they usually do. I like the fact that Baron Corbin put himself in the title picture.
I like that too.
I
That's just
would have loved if he would have taken the belt.
Me too. Because it's just he lost his chance. Remember, he lost the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Remember that? John Cena took it from him.
One thing I would have done in this situation is I'll put Baron Corbin the leader of whatever like group they're trying to do, like a corporation kind of group.
Okay.
I would have gave the lead to Baron Corbin, seeing that he's the general manager and wrestling at the same time. You would have gave him that Universal title. He could have worked that heel, and he could put himself not to defend the title, then he would start. Then it gives you an opening to get Kurt Angle back as the good GM, and putting him in title matches and things like that. And then you also have Ziggler and McIntyre with him, which they both have the belts. You could have them just take over all the belts. You could give Strowman, if they want to keep Strowman heel, give him the IC title and take it from Strowman, from Seth Rollins.
Okay, I see that.
And they could have had all the belts and all that stuff, but no, they didn't, and they did their own thing. I did like.
Okay, hold on. I want to say to your idea. See, this is how you could tell we grew up in the Attitude Era. That would have happened. What you just said would have just happened because they weren't afraid to do power plays back then. Because remember the corporate ministry? That was a thing.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon was the head of the fucking ministry. Like that was, and they just took everything. They had the Nation of Domination. They had every faction. They had AOP. Well, no, not AOP. Excuse me. They had I'm getting their names, Mr. Farouk and Bradshaw. When they splintered off, they had them. Remember?
Yeah.
Like they literally had everything.
APA.
Thank you. APA. So
the acolytes at the time.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, Midian and what's his name? Viscera. But like they weren't afraid to just take everything. Like screw you, we're taking everything. And that's something I think Raw now is definitely missing. Like they're afraid to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and honestly, you could have babyfaces lose. Like for a good amount of time back in the day when Raw was on fire, the babyface lost maybe 70% of the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then you had the big baby face comeback, and then right after pay per view, that's when you had the baby face win. But usually it was dominated by heels, and
Mm-hmm.
this is something you could have easily done. It could have been a better storyline than what you have now, because honestly, everyone's confused as shit of who to cheer for.
You're right. And also it's just it's still weird to me. It's still weird to me that Braun Strowman is just commands bad guys now. Like,
Yeah,
why does anybody listen to him?
because he's big,
But they can all gang up on him and just
but they
put
don't
him in
want to
a.
feel those hands.
Don't, this is true. This is true. But if you can get him to the pier and make him knock the pillars down on top of himself, then you don't have to worry about him giving you those hands. I'm
But
just
they
saying.
have to be turtles too.
Oh well, that's not gonna happen. All right.
They can't drown.
You're right. You're right.
Yes. Remember, they were turtles, and they said, "I love being a turtle because
Just
you can
saying.
breathe on the water."
Kevin Nash knows what's up.
No, he don't.
Yes.
If he knew so much, he'll get his leg better shape.
No. Remember, he was Super Shredder.
I know he was Super Shredder.
That's all I'm just saying. He knows
He
what's
probably
up.
pulled the quad during that time too.
That's why he couldn't get up. His leg exploded.
Yep. He pulled a hamstring.
He pulled the hamstring while he was trying to. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
But yeah,
shit.
like those are the things that happened with Raw. Raw, one thing I'll give them, they had good matches. There were some really good matchups. I'm digging the whole Leo Rush with Bobby Lashley because Leo Rush is actually fun on the mic.
Entertaining, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and the whole chase thing just had me rolling.
yeah, that was very good. That was so good.
Um,
Also, just Bobby Lashley needs something. So,
so at the Super Show is going to be Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus
huh?
uh, Kevin Owens and Elias.
What happened to Leo Rush? Why not just do that?
Well, Leo Rush is his manager.
Oh, he's still gonna be there though.
Yeah,
Oh, good. Like,
that's going to
okay.
be his manager and stuff like that. This the tag team titles with this, Seth Rollins. I think was Dolph Ziggler fought Seth Rollins for the IC title. He lost.
Mhm.
That was a good match, but again, you could have easily put a dominance on the heel side, but you did not, and it makes the storylines just not really. I don't care
Yeah.
in a way, but yeah, that's what happened. You had Ronda Rousey and Ruby Wyatt having a little thing, and it's a lot of things. It's just a misstep for me with Raw. SmackDown just does a lot of things a lot more better.
Okay, here's one thing. Did they develop any more of that Bella twins looking like they were being insincere when they were congratulating Ronda Rousey?
No,
Because
no,
remember, they framed it a certain way and they
yeah.
shot it a certain way, so it looked like they were like up to no good. Or at
I
least
I think
Nikki.
it's more. I just don't care.
But like, it's just again,
So,
this is to your point. The
yeah,
storylines, where are they going? Nowhere.
exactly. I just don't care, and I don't care about the Bellas being back as well because I don't think they're that great.
No, again, I say I like Brie when she was in her prime, which was she
Yeah,
was doing different stuff from Nikki, which was actually more entertaining.
yeah,
But that's about it.
yeah. So
Because the
I
focus is
have,
going to end up being on Nikki. We know that.
yeah. So I have my problems with it. I'm just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So SmackDown, on the other hand, has storyline after storyline, very interesting, very gets you really hyped for the matches they add to. Well, right now the next pay per view is the Super Show, which is October 8th.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna air like at 5 in the morning because it's in Australia.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's gonna be yeah, and it's gonna have a lot of good matches. Buddy Murphy fighting Cedric Alexander for the cruiserweight
I bet you
title.
he's going to lose.
I really hope he wins, but the fact that he's hometown most of the times they lose.
Yeah, I know.
But I would love to see Buddy Murphy actually take the belt. You have they at least they building Naomi and Asuka versus Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
This is true.
You have the whole promo with Becky Lynch and Charlotte, which was fucking great.
Yes, that was actually that was one of the highlights of the show for me.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan Miz thing was great.
Again, I said I love the way they played that with Maurice just taking her sweet time.
Yeah, Cien Honest
That was a great
versus
match.
AJ Styles was
That was an
great.
amazing match.
Rusev getting turned on by Aiden
That
English
was
was great.
awesome.
Like again, the differences of Raw and SmackDown is just that these storylines are building and building to something else.
But there's
And
so many layers to the Rusev Day story, though.
yeah,
Like he ousted Rusev by losing. He ousted Lana by talking shit.
hmm
It is just like, fuck it. I give up. I'm just gonna be an asshole. Why not?
yeah. So no more Rusev Day. Well, not him singing Rusev Day anyway,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Mm-hmm.
think was what really got the Rusev Day thing
Yeah.
going.
Yep.
Was Aiden English.
He said
So
it. He
yep.
said it. So we'll see where it
So
goes.
see where it goes. Really good stuff. 205 Live had a really highlighted show as
Oh my
well.
goodness.
Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak was amazing.
That was a great match.
Um,
That was the match that should have happened at SummerSlam.
yeah, TJP versus Lindsay Dorado was another good match, but
Yes.
he got his mask ripped off and
I
TJP won.
again another layer to like how they let people do things
Yeah,
on different shows. Like that was an interesting way to end the match.
yeah. And TJP is the heel, so why not?
Why not? Yep.
It's the whole shit Jericho did when he was in WCW.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Um, NXT, another solid match by NXT as well. Amazing main event, but it had a predictable ending. But you didn't care about the predictable ending because you knew you were going to see a good amount of time for this match. It was Pete Dunne versus Ricochet, and they just beat the shit out of each other. I like the
go
fact
back and
that
watch that.
I like the fact that they teased the title versus title. They're willing to do it. One thing I give NXT credit that out of all the everything, honestly, but NXT in general is the fact that there's no title over each other.
I
Every
like how
title
they played
feels
it.
the
Yes.
same. Every
Yes.
title feels like it's its own entity.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like divisions that are lower than others. They're all equal. It's just they're different rivalries at the time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you look at it, it's almost that NXT really does go back to the old school way
Yeah,
of wrestling because look at Johnny Gargano and look at how small he is compared to like Lars Sullivan.
yeah,
And they have matches, and you know what I mean? Like there's big guys, there's small guys, there's standard size WWE guys, but they let them all be on the same level.
yeah.
There's a platform for you to shine, and if you fucking knock it out of the park, guess what? You could be the champ.
And they do a lot of old school shit with that match. Just like get see versus Johnny Gargano fights Lars Sullivan. What does he do? He goes for his knee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Takes the big man out. I like the fact that Velveteen Dream is kind of messing around with Tommaso Ciampa. He's actually talking shit to him.
I also like the little press conference he had where he's just like, you asked me 2 questions about 2 other wrestlers and not the Dream.
Yeah.
No, that's it. And he just walked off.
It looks like they're getting closer and closer to finding the Ciampas who attacked Ciampa,
So
which I think it's Johnny Gargano.
they're framed it to be Johnny Gargano. I think it might be a surprise. It might be Candice.
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. She fights dudes, man. I'm just saying.
You know what? Oh, Alex Black. I mean, not Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa's fine.
He's chilling.
I love his theme.
Yes, me too. Me too.
I'm really digging his theme, and 2K19, yes, to not adding him.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? If he don't want to be in it, listen, it makes him even better.
Yeah, well, he wants to be in it. That's a good paycheck right there.
No, this is I understand that.
But yeah, I think he was still injured during the final. I think final programming of who's going to be in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was injured still at the time, so he was not part of it.
So I mean, but I guess he doesn't want to be in the DLC either.
Well, they didn't add him to the DLC because they did all that in one shot.
Oh, so you mean they were all done with that before the game was done too? I mean, like
Ricochet was already signed by then.
Yeah.
Ricochet, Ricochet's gonna be part of the DLC. The War Raiders are part of the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
EC3 and Lorray, what's her name?
Oh, Candice?
Military check.
Oh, Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans part of it.
Also, that was a great match too. That tag match they had.
Yeah.
Lacey Evans is awesome, man.
Yeah, great NXT stuff.
And I'm thinking, her partner, I forget her name, but like she has a different outfit for every time she's on TV.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she might be better suited to be like not just a heel, but maybe in a tag division
Yeah.
because the way they team together kind of flowed like it was better than the other two. I'll put that out there honestly.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Who knows? Next NXT takeover is going to be War Games during Survivor Series week, so we don't see an NXT pay per view to November.
So that means the War Raiders are gonna win.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be in a tag match and they're just gonna win. I'm just gonna put it
Yeah.
that way.
Because their name is in it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So again, we had some good stuff at NXT 205, SmackDown, Raw needs to get better.
Get fire your writers, man. Get out of there.
Exactly. Whatever SmackDown's doing is doing great because they keep the storylines intense, to keep the storylines keep going, and there's multiple storylines for each division. The tag team division has a lot of storylines going on for it, and things like that. So it's no excuse on Raw's part. You have more time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is also true.
So yeah, there's no excuse whatsoever.
Yep.
We got some preview of WWE 2K19 within this week. They started showing a lot of screenshots and a lot of videos of the My Player, the new Money in the Bank customization, the full roster. They announced DLC. They announced everything that's going to come with the package with the new with Nature's Boy collector's edition, which I'll be getting. So most likely I'll be unboxing that one.
You can't get that. You have to boo the woo. You can't do it, man.
I think I only pre-ordered that because the pop that's inside there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that's the only reason why I got it.
Well, you have to when you open it, you have to boo it.
Yeah, so it's looking great. Like the graphics of it looking great.
They confirmed the big head is confirmed, not a glitch. I love that.
It's confirmed because Xavier Woods has that as the main profile.
Yo, he was like, but I remember he was like, "What?" He he literally tweeted, "I didn't know it was in the game for real." And then the next day, his picture was that. And then Kofi, shout out to Kofi because he took the fan sign. He showed me. So somebody made a picture of Kofi as Prince. At the pay-per-view. So now that's his profile picture. Him with the pancakes and the Prince suit on.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they added a bunch of things. They, if you look at this is a YouTuber I watch that does a lot of the wrestling game. He does a lot of the videos and stuff like that. He does a lot of the things that you didn't know about the game and things like that. Mm-hmm. His YouTube is the 101.
Okay.
And I usually follow his stuff because he's pretty precise with it, and he's not really one-sided with things. He's very hype about things, so he usually talks very positive about stuff instead of, "Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, like that." He says things that you could maybe change and maybe correct.
Okay.
So he's not like one-sided. He's pretty straight. Like he's a fan of the game, and he shows a lot of good videos. So if you look at his YouTube page, he has the videos for the overall features. He has one for the creative player. He has one for the creative Money in the Bank, which you could customize your briefcase now. So say, for instance, you have the briefcase, you can put your symbol. If you download your symbol into the game, you can put your symbol in it.
Nice.
So that's a cool thing. The custom belts are back. You have the edit mode, which you can edit your current wrestlers. You can edit their attire to look more like the current stuff. Honestly, one thing about WWE 2K19, which is the same thing with the Fire Pro Wrestling World and 2K18 and every game before that, the creative wrestler and able to download creative wrestlers is a great thing. Like, there's some really talented motherfuckers out there that put the full detail and make it look like the characters that they are missing.
Okay, cool.
Like, I downloaded on 2K18. I downloaded a new Tommaso Ciampa to kind of look like what he looks now.
Yes.
And this dude did a perfect.
Wow.
Like
okay.
With the army jeans and the gold brace and the way he looks now, more shredded.
Mm-hmm.
With the white in his beard and all, like he really got the fucking details. And I was like, holy shit, dude. So I downloaded that, and it looked great. Like you could download a bunch of characters. I think they limit you per day though. I think they
Okay.
limit you 25 downloads per day,
Hmm.
which makes sense. It's fine. You can just
Yeah.
wait the next day and do the next 25.
Yep. Okay.
Because there's times I'll be downloading left and right, and I'll do that whole 25 within an hour, and then I have to wait the next day. I'm like, damn it, I saw this, this, and this. So I'll just save them on my thing, the name of the person that created it, and then I'll usually just look through their stuff and then give them the credit for it.
Nice. See,
Yeah,
that's building a community right there.
yeah. So those are the great things about 2K19. It is looking better. The creative wrestler looks crazy. You can actually stitch like NXT on your forehead and your head now and shit, like into your haircut, things like that. So they added a lot of things like that. There's some things that I wish they'll get better, and I'll say that towards the ending of this because most of the things I don't want to say is the positive things. The my player mode looks great. It looks like you start like all right. So if you've been playing these games for quite some time, if you played the last maybe three storylines in the last three games, there was a character named Blade, which was kind of like your your arch rival in a
Okay.
way.
All right.
So instead of having him as your arch rival in this game, he got older, he got fatter, and he's running a promotion which hires you. You're in his indie league, and that's where you're wrestling right now. You're wrestling, and it looks like a gymnasium, so it has basketball courts and on top and shit like that. So they actually got the whole
I
gym
mean,
feel. Yeah,
well, at least it's not a bingo hole, right?
yeah,
You know, for the joke's sake. Oh boy.
yeah. So that's a great thing. When they do things like that, it looks cool. The fact that it's telling you a good story line and everything like that. So that's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you know if this year is gonna put the custom story mode back in?
I don't. I know they're gonna have the ultimate the WWE Universe mode. So I don't know the full length of how you put storylines and things like that.
Ah, okay,
But
okay.
they have not mentioned nothing really about that.
They need to find a way to let ghost problems be a thing again. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If you don't know what ghost problems is, just type that into YouTube or the Google, and I believe it should be 2K15. I think it
yeah.
is that had ghost problems,
Yeah,
and it's hilarious. That's all I have to say. Definitely check that out.
I definitely will. But yeah, it's looking like probably one of the better games of the last 3 years. It comes out October 9th, so it's like right around the corner. So yeah, I'll be probably doing an unboxing of the Ric Flair edition. The DLC will be out, so we'll talk more about that when the game comes out and actually have footage. And I can actually post the footage and shit like that while we talking. Right?
Cool, cool.
Um, other than that, I didn't forget the Mae Young Classic and the Mixed Match Challenge. Now, there's so much wrestling on
Yeah,
WWE.
I'm just saying. I did watch the Mae Young challenge, so I'm caught up.
Yeah,
And I just like to say that last match of the third episode was so hype.
that was a
The
really good
the
match.
young lady from Chinatown, which made me so happy.
Yeah,
Because not only is she from Chinatown, which is from a small area in New York where we're
actually,
from.
she's from the one in Flushing.
Oh, even better,
Yeah,
because that's the other China. That's isn't that Korea?
no,
Little
that's
Korea.
Chinatown.
Okay, okay. Well, they do have an area.
Yeah,
Because my boy gets he goes over there to get sticks and stuff sometimes. Um, but it makes me so happy that it's another person from New York wrestling.
yeah,
But she was like a badass, like evil Power Ranger, like the way her outfit looked.
yeah.
And then she fought the other lady. I forgot what her name
Zai
was.
Zaya Yan or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
She was in the first Mae Young Classic.
yeah,
And she also debuted very well. Both of them incredibly thick. I would just like
yeah.
to point that out. Like they are built like brick.
Chung
You
Chung
just
Lee.
not even like they are stout women. You know what I mean? Like they're shorter and they're stout, but like they look powerful as shit. Like they can squat
Yeah,
like two dudes. Just two fans on their shoulders. But they both opened the match with like a cool ass wushu exhibition. I
yeah.
was like, they didn't need to do that, but that was awesome.
It was cool. Yeah, Mia Yim versus which will be Sonia Rollins and Impact Wrestling. Ashley K. Or her name is.
Yeah. That was actually
That was actually a really good match.
that
You
was a
had
really cool match. That was a cool match.
Caitlyn versus Devi, which was the
Oh my
big Indian
god!
chick.
Can I just say, Devi fucking she stepped it up.
Yeah,
Like
she got better.
her footwork is like the way she moved. It was amazing. Like you, from the first time she was there till now, complete transformation.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Caitlyn, it wasn't a spectacular match, but like she didn't look bad at all.
No,
So
she looked like she hasn't wrestled in a while, so she's getting there.
she
I was
looked
happy
like
to see her though.
I was gonna say she looked like she still retained the knowledge of wrestling the WWE style though.
Yeah,
Like you could see it. You could see the
yeah.
things she does in the ring. So I was like, okay, all right.
It was nice to see her back. Caitlyn won. Then you had Tony Storm, one of my favorites. I
Oh,
think
that
one of
was
my finalists.
woo. Yo,
It's
I'm
gonna
no lie. That match was probably my match of the week,
yeah,
including the pay-per-view, because that was technically the week of that. Like if you go from Sunday to then. Oh my god, she was so that her opponent was awesome.
yeah.
Ginny.
Jenny was
Yo,
really good as well.
Ginny is dope. I don't give a
Um,
shit.
you gotta start seeing her more in the NXT UK. She's part of the women's division there.
She is awesome. Like I like Tony Storm. Dare I say she's one of the best female competitors, like in like the NXT, that whole sphere
Yeah.
where they're doing the UK stuff and all that. But like, dude, Ginny is awesome.
Really fun match, really solid match. I was happy Tony Storm got the win. I think I have Tony Storm as one of my finalists. I think I said that when we first started talking about this. I think it's gonna be her and Io Shirai. I think that's gonna be my finals.
I have to see. I mean, just how this shapes up. Like,
I've seen Io Shirai, so I was like, I see her making it to the end.
did she have a match yet?
I think hers is next. I think she's part of the last 4
Okay, cool.
matches. So next week is the last 4 matches of the first round.
All right, cool.
And then Allison versus Mia Kim, which Mia Yim was another one that I would like to see go far in this tournament. But I heard she just signed to NXT, so we are going to see her as a regular.
Yeah, I
in NXT.
saw. That was awesome.
Actually happy
But
about
just that match was just really good too.
Yeah.
And I mean, they have chemistry from fighting like wherever other federations they were in.
Yeah.
So you could tell.
Yeah, and I'm just happy the fact that these women are really stepping it up. Like, I think this first round was better than last year's first round.
Yeah.
Like matches quality wise, they've been on point.
100% for sure. Like I could probably remember like maybe just well, I remember Piper. She has some, like all her matches were good.
But she only 2 rounds. She lasted 2 rounds.
No, but I'm saying we talking about first round. Like she had a first round match. So
yeah, but there was not like as many good matches as this one has so far.
Nah, the last episode probably had like the best matches all together.
Yeah, they had some really good stuff. But yeah, and then we had the mismatch challenge this week, which was actually probably one of the more fun ones. My only critique, and I'll say this is my only critique on it, is the fact that Charlotte should have been selling her arm.
Okay, all right.
Because it was right after the promo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Charlotte should have been selling her arm, and Naomi should have been going for that arm, and it could have been a win for the Uso and Naomi, but AJ and Charlotte won.
Okay, I'm thinking about that. You know what? Wait a second. How the hell did they win when they both got their asses beat?
Exactly. Exactly. So that was my little critique on that. The fact that they just got their ass kicked. Uso and Naomi were fresh.
Yeah, Jimmy was chilling.
They should have had that win. Because now it's going to be a point system, so it's kind of going to be standings. It's SmackDown, Raw, and they all have their own little standings. So it's supposed to last to like Royal Rumble.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
not bad.
Because the winner is supposed to fight each other at Royal Rumble.
So again, more wrestling. There you go.
And I'm digging it. I like the chemistry. I wish like the girls been hitting the dudes. I wish they dudes would hit the girls in the way too.
We're
But
not there yet.
not like that. Like how Lucha Underground was. Like you've seen male versus female, and they actually had some great matches. And you just don't see it as a man hitting woman. You just see it as two wrestlers fighting each other.
Yeah, but they haven't done it. They haven't done it yet, so
Yeah.
they haven't started it up again. Because
One thing.
hey, man, listen, there was a time when a lady would get power on through a table. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Look at what Triple H did to Lita.
This is true. This is true.
That was
Hey, man.
harsh.
Yeah. I was saying, hey, man, the Miz did drag Daniel Bryan's wife out of the ring, so that's a start,
Yeah.
right?
One of the funny spots was Naomi did the body. She jumped out the ring at AJ Styles. AJ Styles called her, and then Jay was like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Oh shit, that's cool. That's hilarious.
Then you also had Braun Strowman and Ember Moon versus Natty and KO. KO hates the name that she picked, and he just looks very angry.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman and Ember Moon take the win. Ember Moon jumped off of Braun Strowman's shoulders to do their clips.
Oh, nice. Jeez,
Which I
that's
see
pretty high up
hurting
there.
her more than anyone else because she's landing on her ass.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, like she's just landing right on her butt. So it looks like it hurt her more than anything. So next week I think it's gonna be Bailey. It's gonna be Bailey and Balor versus Lashley and so it's supposed to be Sasha Banks, but I think Sasha's injured as well. So it's Mickey James.
I'm calling it now. Surprise victory, Bailey and Balor.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna take the whole thing. That's my prediction. Who do you think's gonna win the whole thing?
Honestly, Asuka and Miz won last year. I would like to see just new faces, like someone that actually could get something out of this. So I would say Naomi and Jey Usos just for the hell of it. Okay. I personally like R-Truth and Carmella.
Me too.
Just their promos been freaking hilarious.
I think this is something that they can do to elevate them and keep Carmella relevant, but also keep R-Truth relevant.
Yeah,
he's great when you put him in the right situation.
And what I'm hearing is that they're trying to make this a regular thing, and they're gonna have
every 6 months. Yeah.
Every 6 months. What I heard was at the end of this one, it's supposed to be tag belts.
Good.
But I was like, "Where's the women's tag belts? You want to add these mixed tag?"
Well, maybe we'll see an evolution. Maybe.
I'm hoping. They need the division. They really do.
Yes, they do.
They need their own show. I will just say that they need to get. No one really watches main event. Use main event as a women's show.
Yeah, why not?
And let all of them have time. Like I was happy to see Dana Brooke wrestle. She had a good match with Bailey.
Okay,
she actually was fine. Like she worked pretty fine. The only thing is she does a lot of flashy shit.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
But she's good. Like she's been good. I think her injury kind of brought her down when she got injured, her shoulder injury in NXT. After that, she wasn't the same. But before that, she was really good.
She was great. And you know what? To be honest, she did have chemistry with Bailey because that's kind of who Emma was picking on at the time. Yeah. So they were like busting her balls too, her and Sasha. So she's got time in the ring with some of them, man.
Yeah.
So again, if they give her the time to shine, she can definitely get better. So I was surprised. I was surprised she wasn't in the Mixed Match Challenge, to be honest.
Yeah.
To put her in Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
Something for them to do.
I was surprised they didn't put them, but then they broke up right before the thing started.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Because they said that on the paper on the thing. I was sad that the New Day wasn't part of it.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that.
You know what? I don't care about Lashley. I would have put the New Day in Sasha Banks.
Yeah. Why not?
they had the thing. You know what? Put Xavier Woods in it because he hasn't had none in part. Because Big E was in last year's.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Or Xavier in it. Because you know what? That was probably one of my highlights of the last one too. Was Carmella and Big E's fucking videos. Yeah. They were hilarious when they were working out with the pancakes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this is true.
So just keep it up. I'm digging it though. They've been actually doing. I think they are doing better matches this year. They're getting more lengthy because they're actually showing to a full hour.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's a good thing. So keep it up, Mixed Match Challenge. Your guys are fun. But now it's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of wrestling.
Of just the WWE platform. Yeah.
9, 9.
Well, you
Raw
know what?
3,
I luck out
SmackDown 2.
because I
Yeah,
only get hour and a half versions of everything.
yeah.
But yeah.
SmackDown 2, 205 1, NXT 1, Mae Young Classic 1, which it ends in near Evolution, so it's not that long. And then you have the Mixed Match Challenge, which is another hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking 9 hours. God damn, yo. And then you want me to watch your special things after the fucking
Yeah, I know, right?
like Table for Three and all the other shit.
Although Right Along is still my shit.
Yeah, Ride Along is great. I like Table for Three as well.
Who's the? Do they have a latest one that they're promoting?
I think the last one I saw was with Matt Hardy, Zack Ryder, and Xavier Woods.
Ah, okay. What is
They
Zack
talk.
Ryder up to? Has he? When's the last match he had? Like, is it recent?
Um, he's doing his podcast with Curtis Hawkins.
So he doesn't wrestle anymore?
Well, he's been wrestling. I think he's been wrestling main events. Like again, no one really watches
Oh,
main
the
events. So no one doesn't
show.
know.
Understand. Okay, I understand
But
now. Got you.
he has a new podcast out, which is actually pretty fun. It's about wrestling figures and stuff like that. It's called the Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Really? Okay.
It's him,
Simple
a
enough.
major wrestling figure podcast is by Zack Ryder and Curtis Hawkins.
Hmm. It'd be
Um,
great if Mojo just showed up one episode and like burnt his figure collection. Just tortured him. He
yeah,
calls in, "Hey Zach, I got your 1985 LJN, blah blah blah, right here. What you
yeah,
gonna do about it?" He just burns it.
yeah.
He melts it in the microwave like Bart Simpson. There you go.
Yeah, he has a podcast. So, last but not least, I want to talk about. I've been listening to a few podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I did listen to the Talk is Jericho. Talk is Jericho. He had Natty and Tyson Kidd for like a remembrance of Anvil. Really good
Okay.
podcast, really touching podcast. And then I've been listening to some of Lillian Garcia's. She has a podcast. She actually has it on her YouTube channel, Lillian
Chasing
Garcia.
Glory, yeah. That was real good.
I listened to the last ones I listened to was the current one with Jeff Hardy, which was really good. But the one that really was really good to listen was Selena Vega.
Really? Okay.
She had a really good cast, a really heartwarming cast because I think her father died during 9/11, so she had her on during 9/11.
Yeah, she's also from New York too.
Yeah, so she yeah, so that was actually a really good cast. I recommend everyone listen to it. I'll send you the link so you can post it up on the board. But it was good. She has really good ones with Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax.
Yeah, I
She
heard
had
the
it.
Nia Jax one.
Alexa Bliss one was really good
Oh,
as
I did hear
well.
that one. Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Sheamus was really good. Um, Drew McIntyre, Stone Cold Steve Austin's was great. Um, Sting.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so she has some really good interviews. Definitely check them out. The last one she did was Jeff Hardy. I'm not sure what she's doing this week, but I think her cast comes out every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then she does a lot of wrestlers. So she had like a Titus O'Neil, Batista, things like that. But then she does get a lot of different sports celebrities and all that stuff too.
Okay. Cool.
So definitely
Uh,
check it out.
well, I might as well just say listen to ENC if you want to hear Adam Cole.
Yes, I have that on my
That's a really
list.
good one. A lot of insight into what goes on in his head when he's doing man. Like that dude is a perfectionist, so that's why he's so good. And he started wrestling when he was in high school. Like not he did amateur wrestling, but like
Yeah,
he legit started wrestling for CZW in his teens. Like that's crazy.
yeah,
Because the story is that he went to a show, asked to be trained, and they were like, "When are you gonna do it?" And he was like, "Oh, when I finish school." And he's like, "Well, why don't you do it now?" He's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you can only come 2 days a week, that's fine." And then he ended up going, and that's the beginning of his story. It was like, damn, all right, shit. So that's a really good one. Lots of insight. Let me see. I didn't really listen to too many this week, but yeah, I would definitely listen to that Leon Garcia podcast. Also, and I'm now in love with Shayna Baszler. I didn't know she was a streamer too. She's
Yeah.
awesome.
A bunch of them are doing it. If you look at
her.
Twitch, if you see on Twitch, a lot of them are on. Tyler Breeze is really been doing something on
No,
Twitch as well.
there's a specific reason though,
Yeah.
because she's into like the stuff I like the RPGs and shit of old school, like Final Fantasy, and she mentions a few of them by name, and I'm like, really, wow, and just to hear,
now.
yeah, I'm like secret homies.
Did we just become best friends?
Like it's kind of like whatchamacallit, like Ruby Riot.
Yeah.
When they just became best friends, her and Xavier Woods just magically became best friends. But that was not Sam this past week. So
cool.
Listen to that one.
That out.
And if you want to hear Hornswoggle on a podcast, listen to Coca Cabana.
Yeah.
Yes,
he was on a Hug is Jericho episode too.
Really? Oh, because he's still out there wrestling. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Oh, you know what? Well, we'll do our next question of the 30-day challenge. The next question is favorite current women's wrestler.
Becky Lynch.
So I'll give a top 5. We'll do a top 5.
Can I just say 5 Becky Lynches?
5 Becky Lynches.
They're all in different outfits.
All the shades of hair.
Yeah, no. The different styles. Remember, sometimes she has the alloy hair. Sometimes she has the ponytail. Sometimes it's braided on one side. Like it's different. It's different ones, man.
Yeah.
Then you got the black leather one, the new one. Like, ooh, that one's cool too.
So favorite current female wrestler. I'll give my top 5.
Okay.
So I'll do Becky would be number 1. Mm-hmm. Alexa would be number 2. Sasha Banks number 3.
Okay.
She hasn't really been on TV as much, sadly. Toni Storm number 4. And Kairi Sane number 5. I wish Asuka. You know what? Asuka. It'd be Asuka and Kairi Sane. They'd be tied.
Okay.
They both have angry Japanese face.
For me, number 1 would be Asuka. Number 2 would be Becky. Number 3 would be Ember Moon. Number 4 would be Alexa. And number 5 would be Carmella. That's my list. I was trying to think of somebody from NXT. See, that makes it hard because I want Nikki Cross on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put her number 5. But I like Carmella now. She's so good.
Yeah.
And being a piece of garbage. They're tied. Yeah. They're tied. I'll put tie for 5th. Nikki Cross and Carmella.
There you go. That's like 2 totally different personalities.
I know, but I like them equally.
Yes. All right. We'll wrap this up. Next week's question will be our favorite of all time.
Who? Like favorite wrestler of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be the next week's. We'll do a top 10 of that one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so pretty easy.
Thank you for listening. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast.
Doink the clown. Doink the clown. Doink the clown. Dink.
Dink. Pinky. Dink. Stinky. And
no. I had a list. It was Doink, Dink, the Headbangers, and then it was Lucan, what's his name? The original guys with the Australian guys, the Bushwhackers. Yes,
those were your favorite.
My favorite wrestlers. I swear to you, when I was a kid, they were my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah,
I had the toy. I had the little slam, but the ones the plastic ones that you squeeze them down and they pop up. I used to have the Bushwhackers.
You lick people's heads?
I used to headbutt my friend.
Okay.
So close enough. Like we were crazy when we were kids.
All right. So next week that will be the question. We'll end the show. We'll probably just end the shows with those questions, and we'll go through them little by little.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Definitely listen to us on everything from YouTube and SoundCloud at Mark the Mic and Red Cycle Inc. Check us out on Red Cycle Inc. on the Facebook page, the Wrestling Babble on Facebook, Red Cycle Inc. on Twitter, Instagram, Red Cycle Inc. Twitter, Instagram, Mark the Mic, Twitter, Instagram, and WordPress with Red Cycle Inc. and everything else in between.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember, Follow Jenkins?
Because he has sandwiches.
You could clothesline him and eat your sandwich.
You would clothesline him, but he would take the clothesline and eat the sandwich out of your hand.
Yes, you would. So that's the risk you're going to take. It.
Don't swing that sandwich anywhere near his face.
Yeah, because that would be your hand.
Maybe the whole arm.
You would eat a hand or two.
He might just think it's a condiment, man. Listen.
All right. Peace out and see you next week. Later.
Peace.